Brought to you by Kobe Bryant Shoe from Adidas.
This is NBA action. This week, some of the players are in the mood for a little dancing, including the young Toronto Raptors, who are on the rise in the East, and the Houston Rockets, who are soaring out of the West. Plus, you'll see how Paul Pierce is making a sudden impact in Boston. And we'll bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
Reverse layup is sensational. Sensational.
We tip things off by taking you into the action in the Western Conference, starting in the Midwest Division with the Houston Rockets. Houston veteran Charles Barkley was getting his rest as he got set to face Antonio McDyess and the young Denver Nuggets. And Sir Charles came out ready to play.
Now that's my kind of basketball. We're seeing you, big fella.
Barkley and the visiting Rockets were running all over the Nuggets as they opened up a huge 26-point lead in the third quarter.
This thing is getting out of hand.
But Coach Mike D'Antoni's Nuggets would come storming back behind the three-point shooting of Chauncey Billups.
Open looking for Billups. He's got three. Billups with a three. Got it.
But Akeem Olajuwon would preserve the win for the Rockets.
Olajuwon gets a double team, leans inside for two more.
We had an interesting game. It was good for the fans. I hate these kind of games.
Next, the Rockets hosted Jason Kidd and the Suns. And this time, Houston found themselves down by 9 in the fourth quarter.
McLeod will stop and hit.
The Houston Rockets came back to tie the game. And in the closing seconds, Charles Barkley had a chance to win it. Charles came up short, but in the overtime, he would deliver.
Charles again, 5 on the shot clock. Takes it inside on Klein, lays it up with the left hand, and he got it. Working on Klein again. They don't give him any help. Charles puts it up baseline.
Charles Barkley scored a season-high 35 points in Houston's victory. Next up, the Rockets hosted Chris Webber and the Sacramento Kings. And this time, it was Scottie Pippen who got them off to a fast start.
Alley-oop to Pippen.
Pippen scored 25 points as Houston opened a big lead and held on to win down the stretch. They also got a season-high 32 from Akeem Olajuwon.
Olajuwon getting his points at will.
The Rockets have now won 4 straight games, and they're tied for second place in the Midwest Division with the San Antonio Spurs. The Utah Jazz remain on top by 3 games. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in 4th place, followed by the Dallas Mavericks, Denver Nuggets, and Vancouver Grizzlies. Now we go back into the action, this time in the Pacific, with a big matchup between the LA Lakers and the Orlando Magic. Shaquille O'Neal led the Lakers into Orlando, where he faced his former team, Penny Hardaway and the Magic.
I just don't take anything for granted with this club. I just don't know what's going to happen. When you've got SHAQ and Rice and Rodman, who I assume will show up, and some of these other pieces, that's a terrific team.
Dennis Rodman did return to the Laker lineup, and SHAQ scored 14 points in the first quarter. But then Orlando began to take over.
Here's the lob from Penny from Austin. Nice assist. Hardaway. Austin gets it back and slams it home.
Lakers coach Kurt Rambis could only sit and watch as his team fell way behind against the high-flying Magic.
It's a layup drill.
O'Neal and the Lakers were stunned to be trailing by 20 at halftime. They were down, but they were not out.
My father, Sergeant Philip Harrison, never ever raised a quitter. So even if I'm down 50, as long as I'm on the court, there's still a chance for my team to win.
And SHAQ would have plenty of help from Kobe Bryant, who simply exploded in the second half. Almost single-handedly, Kobe brought the Lakers back with an incredible display of offense.
Bryant has been hot since the break.
Kobe scored 24 points in the third quarter.
Fisher with the lob to Kobe. Harper trying to deal with him, but nobody can.
The Magic couldn't cool off a hot hand of Bryant, who scored 38 points. And Derek Harper had 5 3-pointers against his former team in LA's comeback win.
Harper, another 3. Good again.
The fact that we were able to come from behind against a real good Orlando team on their floor gives us a lot of confidence to play the rest of the season.
The Lakers remain in second place in the Pacific Division behind the Trailblazers, who have the league's best record. The Seattle Sonics are in third place, and the Phoenix Suns are in fourth. They're followed by the Kings, the Warriors, and the Clippers. All right, now it's time for our viewer email. This week's question comes to us from Adolfo Figura of Lima, Peru, who asks, who has made the most free throws in NBA history? The answer is NBA great Moses Malone, who finished his career having made over 8,500 free throws. Moses became the NBA's all-time leader on November 3rd, 1990, when he made his 7,695th foul shot.
For the record, yes, and there it is!
If I was a window washer, an architect, a security guard, or a farmer, instead of a famous basketball player, would you care what I drink? Would Sprite not taste the same? Would I be doing this commercial? What do you think?
Call 1902-555-309. You and a mate could win a holiday to New Zealand. Just tell us what Homer's next dare should be. And don't forget to check out CC Packs for great Simpsons Dare to Wear gear. Go! Plants at below cost with massive price reductions on all shrubs and trees. Yes, Advanced Nursery Centre is holding a gigantic one-month sale with huge savings on many magnificent shade trees. Flowering ash, tipuana, Chinese elm and many more from only $12.50. Assorted climbers from $2.95. White mandevilla now $10. Assorted conifers, bookleaf pines and hydrangeas $4. Hedging plants, boxes and rosemary from $3.50. Come out and save on these wholesale prices at the Advanced Nursery Centre, Dundabar Road, Wanneroo. You won't be disappointed.
Authentic pepperoni, ham, cabanossi, beef and bacon. It's all on the Pizza Haven Meat Supreme.
For your Pizza Haven, call up Pizza Haven tonight.
A special introductory offer from Housing Innovations Australia, the new choice in town.
With our first homeowner scheme, you can get started with no deposit.
Own your own home for around the same as you're paying in rent. We'll help you qualify for finance and arrange the whole package from start to finish.
Call now for a simple assessment.
When completed, your home will be fully established, including landscaping, fencing and bonus furniture package.
Hurry, the GST is coming and prices will rise.
Phone now, 926 11777.
Right now, there's a great range of Nintendo 64 games at great prices. These games and more from $29.95. That's great value. Play them all on the Nintendo 64 Twin Controller Pack.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now let's go back into the action in the Eastern Conference. We start in the Central Division with the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors have emerged as one of the surprise teams in the Eastern Conference. And against Grant Hill and the Detroit Pistons, rookie star Vince Carter showed why.
Stocks pops off the glass, it's good. Is this kid a rookie or what? Boom!
The dynamic Carter scored 28 points and 8 of the Raptors' last 9 as he sealed Toronto's road win in dramatic fashion.
Carter has it. 15 seconds, the floater's good. Raptors have the lead.
Coach was talking about playoff teams, and we had to have that playoff intensity and mentality, and we just showed it in the fourth quarter.
Toronto came home to the new Air Canada Center to face the LA Clippers and gave their fans a great show.
Wallace gets it, turns to the hoop, and gets the jam plus the foul. Nice job by Alvin Williams to come out of there. Bounce pass to Christie, off the glass and good.
Chris Ford of the Clippers had no answer for the Raptors, who tied a team record with their 4th straight win.
Comes right to D. Brown. He launches from the baseline and buries another one. Oh, D. Brown, he's obviously in the flow.
I think it just shows our maturity as a ball club. We're growing up, and the coaching staff is just doing a tremendous job, and the guys are learning. And we got a streak now. It's 4 in a row. We got to get the next one.
The Raptors look to make it 5 straight as Charles Oakley faces old team the Knicks. And Toronto was up to the task.
Alley-oop to Carter. The agility and hostility of Carter.
Doug Christie an open 3. That's good. Once again, the Knicks give up an open 3.
Butch Carter's Raptors would win it in overtime with help from another former Knick. John Wallace.
Wallace getting fancy with a dribble to drive. Left-handed and puts it in. And that is it. The Toronto Raptors streak continues.
Now look at the standings in the Central Division, where Toronto remains in 6th place. The Indiana Pacers, winners of their last 3, are in 1st place, followed by the Milwaukee Bucks in 2nd and Atlanta Hawks in 3rd. Cleveland and Detroit are tied for 4th place, while Charlotte and Chicago round out the division. Now, let's get you back into the action, this time in the Atlantic Division, as we take a look at the Miami Heat. Winners of 5 straight, the Heat faced a tough test on the road as they met up with Steve Smith and the Atlanta Hawks.
Hawks get it ahead to Smitty for 3. Yes! And all of a sudden, we got a basketball game.
But Miami stayed on top, thanks to the red-hot shooting of Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway has it lit up big.
Atlanta's Mookie Blaylock would have a chance to win it at the end.
Mookie spins, fires, missed it. And the ball game's over. Miami has won it.
Up next, Reggie Miller and the Indiana Pacers. And this time, center Alonzo Mourning would lead the Heat by dominating down low.
So, he wants to get more involved. Oh, that's it. How's that for involvement? In the zone. Got the bucket on the hook shot. Boy, he just powered that in.
But in this big matchup of division leaders, the Pacers would win by 5 in Miami.
Indiana comes into the Heat's house and gets the job done.
And things didn't get any easier for Tim Hardaway and the Heat as they visited the Midwest Division leaders, the Utah Jazz.
And plenty of time on the shot clock. The Jazz have it with under 2 minutes to go. 3 to Ostertag.
But Hardaway, who had 30 points in the game, gave Miami the lead in the final minute. With a score tied in the closing seconds, Brian Russell delivered in the clutch for Utah.
And Russell gets a 3-bound basket. Brian Russell, and that is his 4th tonight.
Yeah, we gave this one away. Most definitely. You know, they're a good team and everything, but we had them on the ropes. Simple as that.
With that loss, Miami falls into a tie for 1st place with the Orlando Magic in the Atlantic Division. The Philadelphia 76ers and New York Knicks are tied for 3rd place. They're both 4 games back. The Washington Wizards are in 5th place. The Boston Celtics are in 6th. And the New Jersey Nets are in 7th place. Time now for Hot Shots, where we highlight one of the best performances of the week. 2 young stars, the Sixers' Allen Iverson and the Lakers' Kobe Bryant, squared off in Philadelphia. And the night belonged to Iverson.
Malone frees up Iverson, yes, and a foul. Continue with Bryant. Geiger, the interference. Allen, that's for 2, and he hit it.
Yeah, Iverson was simply unstoppable, hitting from all angles.
Allen, short of the defense, gets 2. Beautifully done by Allen Iverson. Approaching the halfway point of the first. Iverson and Bryant resume their war. Allen hits the jumper.
But Allen Iverson wasn't only scoring. He also set up his teammates with 10 assists.
There's the strip by Lynch, who leads the league. Iverson and Rattler, yes!
But Allen wasn't through yet, as he continued to light up the LA Lakers with some dazzling moves.
Iverson thinking 3. Baited by Bryant behind his back. Now he shoots and scores!
By the time he was through, Allen Iverson had scored 41 points and made it a long night for Kobe Bryant.
You know, it's hard for a guy that tall, like 6'5", to run around after me. I mean, I'm only 6 foot tall. It's just a compliment to my game to be able to have a, decent game against someone like that.
In the Sixers win, Allen shot 17 of 36 from the field and scored 40 or more points for the 8th time in his young career. And Allen Iverson is still leading the NBA in scoring, with the LA Lakers' Shaquille O'Neal in 2nd place. He's followed by Vancouver's Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Utah's Karl Malone, Seattle's Gary Payton, and Detroit's Grant Hill.
Some people are worried Good News Week won't be the same on Channel 10.
Oh, the poor fools. It's the show you've always loved.
It's the show you'll come to love.
It's the show you'll love until one of us is dead.
Good News Week, 7:30 tonight.
It's the show that loves you like a dog.
Right now, there's a great range of Nintendo 64 games at great prices. These games and more from $29.95. That's great value. Play them all on the Nintendo 64 Twin Controller Pack.
Endorphin. He's played with Massive Attack and vibes on a summer's day. This is his highly acclaimed album, Embrace. Endorphin, Embrace. Available from Music West.
Robin Kirby's Top Fuel Nitro Dragster takes on the Green Machine Nitro Funny Car in the Nitro Battle of the Year. Be there Good Friday when QVR presents the grand final Night of Fire. Smell the excitement, feel the thunder. The first Nitro pass at 6 p.m. Good Friday, Ravenswood International Raceway. Your need for speed.
Right now, there's a great range of Nintendo 64 games at great prices. These games and more from $29.95. That's great value. Play them all on the Nintendo 64 Twin Controller Pack.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now, let's enter another basketball dimension with a look at the week's memorable moments in the highlight zone. All right, kids, it's time to wake up and get ready for the highlight zone. And we're going to take you on a wild ride. So let's get started with a flashy move that can be seen in any NBA arena. You never know what tricks players will come up with next.
Marbury on a back end, squeezing through two defenders for the layup. Oh, are you kidding me? Have to score. They come again. Yeah. Oh, a little globetrotter action.
So you're still thirsty for a little more? Okay, how about checking out some of these spectacular blocks?
Henderson blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Cappy denied at the rim. Robinson and Duncan, a beautiful block.
Oh, brutal. Also, erased it.
Now we can tell what you're thinking. You'd like to see some tip slams. Well, take a peek at some of these.
Chauncey down the lane. Oh, beautiful pass. He couldn't finish. Johnny Taylor could. Rod goes all the way. Got fouled. The ball forced to follow.
2-on-1 break. Charlie Ward drives underneath, reverse side. Freewell on the
follow. I know it's getting kind of late, so we'll leave the zone to some string music.
Childs for Kurt Thomas. Jams it in. And now the nets have been ripped from the basket.
Oh, that what you had in mind? Well, then how about these buzzer beaters from long range?
Corey Alexander from half court. Just inside there. Got it. Chucky Brown will have to hurry. It's his shot for the quarter. Oh, yes, for three. Marbury with two. Forced to put up a three. Got it. At the buzzer. Borchler then to Stackhouse, who launches a three and knocks it down.
Now, we take a look at some of the week's most exciting finishes in overtime. Whenever a game is close in the final minutes, overtime is always a possibility. And it became a reality for several teams this week, including Tim Duncan and the Spurs. San Antonio faced the Vancouver Grizzlies, who tried to complete a thrilling comeback and tie the game.
He's got a step all the way in. Duncan blocked it. Abdul Rahim in. It counts. We're going to overtime.
But in the extra session, the Spurs would regroup and recapture the momentum as Duncan's stellar play at both ends led them to a 4-point victory.
Here come the Spurs up the floor. Ellie has Duncan, and Duncan will let it fly.
The Spurs would celebrate a hard-fought win. Meanwhile, the Utah Jazz were in a battle of their own in Charlotte. Jeff Hornacek gave them an 8-point lead with under 3 minutes to play. But the Hornets fought back and forced overtime thanks to Eldon Campbell.
Back to Campbell. Eldon Campbell.
And in overtime, Campbell continued to dominate inside.
The Campbell rolled in, slammed up.
Trailing by 1, Utah had a chance to pull it out.
20-footer, he missed it. Stops the rebound. The game's over, Charlotte wins it.
Utah tried to bounce back against Grant Hill and the Detroit Pistons. And the Jazz seemed headed for victory, building an 18-point lead in the fourth quarter. But the Pistons would stage a furious comeback, led by Jerry Stackhouse.
Stackhouse attacks Hornacek for a stop. Don't you very much.
And with the game tied in the closing seconds of overtime, the Pistons would look to Jerry Stackhouse to come through once again.
Jerry Stackhouse lets it go. Got it. Pistons win. The Pistons win. Stack with the triple.
Stay tuned to 10. Coming up, Total Sport with the $1 million bike of the future. That's next on Sunday Sport.
Right now, there's a great range of Nintendo 64 games at great prices. These games and more from $29.95. That's great value. Play them all on the Nintendo 64 Twin Controller Pack.
Plants at below cost with massive price reductions on all shrubs and trees. Yes, Advanced Nursery Centre is holding a gigantic one-month sale with huge savings on many magnificent shade trees. Flowering ash, Tipuana, Chinese elm and many more from only $12.50. Assorted climbers from $2.95. White mandevilla now $10. Assorted conifers, bookleaf pines and hydrangeas $4. Hedging plants, boxes and rosemary from $3.50. Come out and save on these wholesale prices at the Advanced Nursery Centre, Dunderbar Road, Wanneroo. You won't be disappointed.
Just popping in the Marlowe's before the long weekend to pick up some bargains from their Easter catalogue. Save $5 on Sperling Boulevard seat covers, a low $19.50 a pair. Marlowe's now sell and fit top brand tyres like GT, Firestone, Yokohama and Bridgestone. Quality Bridgestone tyres to suit most popular cars are only $75 each. 5 litres of Mobil Super Drop, only $9.95, a saving of $4. Check out the catalogue. Marlowe's, you can't beat their winning team.
Right now, there's a great range of Nintendo 64 games at great prices. These games and more from $29.95. That's great value. Play them all on the Nintendo 64 Twin Controller Pack.
What would you do if you felt unsafe or threatened? Anne has told her mother where she was going and when she'll be home. She's taking note of her surroundings, things like telephones and other people on the street. If she felt she was being followed, she knows to change direction or cross the road and head to a crowded place. And she has a personal alarm in her bag for emergencies.
Oh, hi, how do you do? Oh, not bad.
It's important we all have our own safety plan.
Fair enough. Okay.
Remember, good neighbours can be even more effective than a police patrol.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now, one of the standouts in this year's rookie class, who's making a sudden impact in Boston. In his first season in the league, Paul Pierce has given the Boston Celtics an exciting new dimension. Named SHAQ Rookie of the Month for February, Paul Pierce has made a smooth adjustment to the NBA, and he's enjoyed playing at the game's highest level.
I just try to go out there and keep playing the game of basketball. I mean, it's a game. I have a lot of fun when I'm out on the court and competing. I love to compete against the other teams and get a win.
He wants to win. He wants to work very, very hard on his game and developing his game. And he has a certain savvy or sort of say about the game that makes him great.
Pierce will get it. Going to work on Wallace. Puts it behind his back. Up and under. Loose two.
Look out. 3-on-1. Williams right side. Feeds Williams a sensational block that time by the rookie Paul Pierce.
He's the best shot blocker on our team, best defensive starter, best range on his shot from the starting lineup, anticipates the best. He does it all.
Need a stop. Shot clock ticking away. Pierce. Oh, brother. Paul Pierce has been sensational.
Heading into the 1998 NBA Draft, Paul was excited about the possibility of being one of the league's top selections.
I didn't have an idea. I was a little nervous, sort of sweating, wondering, where can I go?
The Vancouver Grizzlies select Mike Bibby.
I mean, once it got past that 5 spot, I started saying, okay, this is the next team. I'm going to go here.
The Dallas Mavericks select Robert Traylor.
Number 7 comes, I'm going to go here. Number 8.
The Philadelphia 76ers select
Larry Hughes.
And so it was up in the air from there, and then when Boston kind of took me, it was sort of a surprise.
We had no idea 5 minutes before getting him that we were going to get him. We looked at 3 or 4 other key people. We thought he'd be 2 with Vancouver, so we didn't know. We were caught by surprise.
And the entire NBA would soon be surprised by Pierce's great defense. He's been among the league leaders in steals and has helped produce easy baskets for the Celtics.
And Mercer gets the dunk. Well, they love the rookie here in Boston, and no wonder.
Oh, nice play by Pierce. Gets it in the middle to Walker. Back to Paul.
Paul Pierce has fit right in with the young nucleus in Boston. And he has high expectations for the future of the Celtics.
I think sky's the limit. We have a nice young team with a blend of veterans who know the game, and with that mix, I think we can go a long way.
Here's Pierce. Pierce, look out.
9.
Okay, now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our courtside countdown. Starting us off at number 10, it's Detroit's Jerry Stackhouse with his game winner.
He passes it back to Stackhouse. He gets it away. It's good. They win the game at the buzzer. Stackhouse buries a three-pointer out front left side.
Coming in at number 9, it's the San Antonio Spurs' Jerome Kersey to Tim Duncan.
Kersey to Duncan. Oh, Tim Duncan.
In at number 8, here's the Portland Trailblazers' Arvydas Sabonis with a pass to Stacey Augmon.
Arvydas. Oh, Augmon. Beautiful. Arvydas with a great pass to Stacey Augmon. That was poetry in motion.
Coming in at number 7, it's the Sacramento Kings rookie Jason Williams to Tariq Abdul-Wahid.
Oh, what a play!
Checking in at number 6, here's the Toronto Raptors young duo of Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter.
Oh, no! Tracy McGrady with a beautiful pass. Vince Carter doing what he does best.
Coming in at number 5, another great play from the Raptors. This time, it's Doug Christie to Tracy McGrady.
Oh, look at that pass to Doug Christie. Are you kidding me?
Coming in at number 4, here's the Charlotte Hornets' Derek Coleman teaming up with Eddie Jones to beat the buzzer.
Here comes Coleman, long court pass, Eddie Jones. Yes! Tap the basket! What a play by Eddie Jones!
Checking in at number 3, here's the New York Knicks' Chris Childs to Marcus Camby.
Giles makes his drive into the lane. Oh, back to Camby, and Camby puts it in. Chris Giles with some flashy passing.
2 dazzling passes. Camby has been the beneficiary.
At number 2, for a 3rd time, it's the Raptors' Tracy McGrady.
McGrady on the run. McGrady down the lane. He dumped it with the right hand. Oh, my. He took off from the dotted line and hammered that home with the right hand.
And with the number 1 play of the week, here's guard Derek Anderson of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Derek Anderson with a spectacular move.
That's our show for today. Remember, you can send us your questions or comments at the league's official website, NBA.com.